Hello everybody and welcome to the channel, Crossing the Spiritual Streams. My name's Tandra and today we're doing our weekly tarot pick-a-pile reading, and this time it is going to be on your blessings and gifts coming to you in 2022. So it should be a very exciting reading. I'm looking so forward to it. As usual, we do have 3 piles here for you to choose from. In each pile, we have an egg, and we've already have some charms in each egg that will be part of the reading that we will be doing. We went ahead and randomly picked those first. We do that occasionally. So, pile 1 has the golden egg, pile 2 has the pink egg, and pile 3 has the green egg. Now, it is best to go with your gut instinct in deciding which pile that has your blessings in it. You can watch more than one pile if you feel compelled to do so, because you might be getting quite a lot of blessings this year, and each pile won't even have all of the blessings for you for the year. It might only have 1 or 2 anyway. But it is best to go with your gut instinct. So don't go by your favorite color. Don't go by which one looks the prettiest or whatever. I find when I watch pick-a-pile readings, quite often it's almost always my least favorite stone or my least favorite number. If I go for my favorite, it's like, nope, that doesn't resonate with me at all. So I just go with whatever number pops into my head the first time, or like in your case, you know, a color or an egg color or something else, whatever you feel in your navel, like kind of pulling you. That's the best one to watch. But you, like I said, you can watch more than one. You can go ahead and whenever you're ready, there will be timestamps in the description and you can go directly to your pile. But we will be giving you some time to reflect on the piles in case you're not sure which ones you should watch. Okay? So we'll see you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading on what are your blessings and gifts coming to you in 2022. Oh, this is going to be so exciting. I'm looking so forward to it. We do have our charms, which we're actually going to look at a little later in the reading. So we'll set those aside for now. We'll put the egg cup over here. I guess we'll just set it kind of over here like that. We have some tarot cards and oracle cards and things, well, Lenormand cards and things to look at that's going to give us an idea of what these blessings and gifts are. We also have our oracle spheres that we will be doing at the end of the reading, so you can ask a yes or no question that you'd like to get an answer to, and this could be about your blessings or gifts for the year. Matter of fact, it's a good idea if it is involving that, but it doesn't have to. All right, so we'll get started here and we'll take a look and see what Spirit has in store for you this year for 2022. Okay, we have the 4 of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Oh, wow. And we have the Death card. Okay, new exciting stuff coming along. We have the Lovers card. We have the Star card. Oh, so many beautiful things. Number 2, schizophrenia. Number 11, breakthrough. Yes, okay. Then we have a thief. We have a lady, which is number 29. And we have the heart, which is number 24. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. Give me just a second here. The Zen Tarot cards here, number 2 and number 11, they have a slightly different take on them than regular tarot cards. I did get some feelings from them, but I also want to kind of look at the booklet to see if there's any other thing we might glean from them, especially with the schizophrenia card, that I haven't already pulled through. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, definitely. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes sense, and that is so beautiful. We'll talk about it here in just a second. First of all, the thing that came to me first and made much more clear even when I was looking at the schizophrenia card and the breakthrough, these energies here. First of all, number 11 is a beautiful number. It's two ones, which comes together as a 2, and you have the 2 here, so that means something, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the number 11 itself is it doesn't normally get broken down into a 2 because it is a, we call it master number. And that's a building number. Hello, Marty. Marty has decided to show up for our reading, and I kind of thought maybe he would. He's been kind of prowling around here all day. But he waited till I started talking about this, which almost always shows me that what we're saying right at that time is something pretty important. So we will. And he did point to the death card, which goes along with this, by the way. So we'll talk about all of that in one thing. One of the blessings that's going to come to you this year is that you're going to have a new sense of clarity and purpose and any kind of psychological blockages or I'm trying to think of the right word, because I don't think you guys are mentally ill or have had, those kinds of things. What I'm thinking of is basically what you are going to have some breakthrough moments. That's where breakthrough comes in. Some breakthrough moments that's going to help you build your life into the most peaceful, beautiful type of energy you could possibly think of. Okay? And that goes along with the Thief card here. The Thief card to me in Tarot deck is the Seven of Swords. And one of the meanings of this card can be that the truth has been revealed, that, things have been kind of pulled away and you understand things better now, and so forth. And this Death card is a transformational energy. It's transformational. We got all these wands here, which goes along so beautiful with this that we'll talk about. So what the blessing is going to be so beautiful, is you guys are going to be able to see the truth that's going to make you feel more alive and radiant and blissful. And that's where the Wands cards come in too. You're just going to feel so beautiful and happy and jubilant over the way you look at life and the way you see yourself and the truth and so forth. One of the ways that you may come across this is you may have the urge to meditate this year. You may feel, because both of these cards are highly meditative cards, where the truth can kind of be revealed to you and you can kind of see things in a new light and in a new way. And it'll be like a ray of light coming to you out of darkness. Okay, it's just so pretty. I see sparkles, and you see the star card here. You see how the stars shine and sparkle over here and so forth, and also how she's pouring out water kind of in this balanced energy. That goes along so beautifully with this, as I just see this wonderful sparkly energy all around you, and you seeing things just so beautifully and seeing the truth of how the world works and the way things really are. And one of the things that will probably come to you as well that might make you see some of this, honestly, is I believe one of the blessings coming your way is true love. Okay? This doesn't have to be romantic love. Okay? This could be a child coming your way that you love more than you would ever thought possible to love a human being. This could be somebody comes into your life that you're very, very close to and you find deep love with them. This could be a romantic love if you don't already have one, or somebody in your life. That is possible that will happen. But it just, you're going to be able to take care of yourself physically and emotionally this year. It's a wonderful blessing for you. But one of the reasons why that may happen is you're going to understand and find true love this year. And new passions, things that you're very passionate about. You might get more very passionate about spirit. You're going to start being able to manifest some things into your life that you would like to see happen. That's going to be very beautiful. You're going to have friends and family and close friendships and loved ones. You're going to see the beauty in life and in the world, and it's just going to be this wonderful transformation for you this year. It's going to be so pretty. You would not believe what I'm seeing here. I can't even describe it because it's just so sparkly and shiny and beautiful. It sparkles like the sun on, newfound crystallized snow. It's like the sparkles that you see on bright, shiny new coins. Just all this beautiful, energy going here. You do have the Eight of Wands. The eights do correspond to worldly possessions, matters, work-related, career, things like that. The Eight of Wands is very much that manifestation energy that we're talking about, being able to start bringing the things towards your life that you would like to have. And you're going to find the truth in the matter is that we can pretty much have whatever we want in this life, that we can bring that to us. And it's one of the things you're going to find out about this year. And that's going to be one of the things that's going to make you feel more alive and rich and energized. You might deepen your relationship with spirit this year as part of this blessing. And that's going to help transform your life. So that is really beautiful. So much love energy, so much bright star, connection to spirit energy, so much healing and seeing the brightness of the world. It's just all right there. So it's going to be so pretty. The way you're going to look at things this year is going to just be, that's going to be the biggest blessing you could ever hope for or imagine, because then that can bring to you any other blessings that you really want as well. Remember, these readings aren't necessarily the only blessing that you're going to get this year, and in your case, since you're going to be able to manifest things into your life, it's quite possible there are many other things coming your way that you could consider a blessing, but it's all part of you being able to manifest more into your life. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. I had to calm her down just a little bit. Okay, so we've got the cards we were talking about here. Let's go ahead and move on to the charms and see if there's any other blessings or any more about this blessing that I might want to talk about here. See what we've got with those. Okay. Well, we do have the Four. That is that wonderful family energy. That's that balanced energy that we had talked about. That is a really good foundational energy, which I really feel like that is something you will be building on this year, is your foundation and your family and your home. So that is definitely a good blessing there. We have the Wheat Penny and the Luxury Car. So you do possibly have some really good luxuries and abundance and other things coming your way, which we did talk about, that you should be able to start manifesting some of those things into your life that you would like to have. And so if that is something that you've, been looking forward to doing, once you figured out that you can do that into your life, that should be something you should be able to bring forward. So that's some really good things there. It's possible you're going to have some good travel this year, but if nothing else, just some good, nice luxuries, some beautiful things, some things that you would like to see in your life to make your life more beautiful. We do have the Three of Wands. It's another Wands energy. It's that fiery, passionate, things can be, just, it's the things that start up your soul, basically. And you have a lot of that energy going here, and the Three of Wands just helps accentuate that just that much more. It's also it also relates to that journey that you're taking this year of self-discovery and, like I said, learning how the universe works and learning the kinds of things you can bring into your life and things like that. So it's very much related to that as well. We do have the focus on the good charm, which that is a blessing coming your way this year, is that you will be able to focus on good things more so than bad things this year. You will be able to do that, and that will help you bring even more good things into your life the more you're able to focus on those things, okay? So that's one of the things, that's a wonderful blessing to have. It's one of the best blessings you could possibly have in a year, is being able to focus on the good and bring forth the good things into your life. We do have the Purple Llama, which to me that just shows the uniqueness and the beauty in the world that you're discovering. We do have the Star Bunny. That goes along with the Star card we talked about earlier. I think you're going to be able to learn to tap into your spiritual energy that you have. With the Star card and with the Star Bunny, you're going to be able to tap into your intuition a little bit more. You're going to be able to tap into your spiritual guidance that you have, the guidance system that you have spiritually, and so forth. And so that is one of the gifts that you're going to get this year. And that goes along so much with everything else, with your self-discovery and things that you're going to be finding this year. We do have the watering can, which just shows you're going to see how to water your garden of life and how to make things grow in your life. That's the blessing you're going to get there. And then we also have some letters. We have a B, Y, N, and an L. Those could bring forth words to your mind. You could possibly use, important initials could come your way for these. I usually let everybody kind of work with those on their own unless a specific word comes to my mind. Okay? Let's move on to your oracle spheres. This is where you have the opportunity to ask a question. You ask a question that has a yes or no type of answer involved with it. It's a good idea. Today I really feel the energy of it's a really good idea to ask about your blessings, or to focus on the particular reading. Normally I don't think that matters that much, but in this particular case, for some reason today I got that energy that it would be good if you could ask a question that has something to do with the blessings coming to you this year. Now, it does need to be a yes or no type of question, so you can't ask things like, will I get a new car? Well, yes, actually you can ask questions like that, because then it could come yes, no, maybe, or whatever. But you can't ask things like, when will I get the new car? Because we can't answer that. Okay, that's not a yes or no type of question. So basically you can come up with a question that you would like an answer to, and then we will go through. We do have our 4 stands that we have here. We have blue, green, gold, and silver. Okay, so blue, green, gold, silver. You decide which one has your answer will appear on. Okay, so you pick which one, and we go out and we get our answers. All right, so here we go. Number 1, blue. Ooh, we've already got an answer for number 1. Not now. Okay, so what that might mean is if you're saying, like let's do the car example. Am I going to get a new car? When it says not now, that doesn't mean not at all, or it doesn't mean, it just means not right now, not this month or something. If you didn't narrow your question down to a specific time frame, then it just, not now could mean anywhere from, not right now to the next month. Okay? All right. Number 2, green, is a not sure. That means certain things might need to play out first before an answer can be given, because it might change the outcome of things. We do have free will, and sometimes things will change how things happen. Or it could mean the question wasn't clear. Number 3, gold, is a very likely. And a number 4, silver, is a yes. Okay, so we have a not now, a not sure, a very likely, and a yes. So there's your Oracle Sphere answers for today's reading. Wow, it sounds like it's going to be a really exciting year for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please give the video a thumbs up. If you could share the channel with your friends and family, that means so much to the channel. We can't even tell you how much, and we appreciate it greatly if you could do that. It is Crossing the Spiritual Streams on YouTube. There is a unique URL in our description that you can copy and paste and share that way. So if you could do those things, that would be awesome. All right, we do have lots of other videos out there that you might take advantage of and take a look at. We do put these types of videos out at least once a week on different topics, and we do our daily messages from Spirit. So we look forward to seeing you again for future messages, and may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading on your blessings and gifts coming to you in 2022. It's going to be so exciting. I'm looking so forward to it. Now, it won't necessarily be your only gift or blessings. So usually I only get 1 or 2 in a reading when I do them. And there could be, or probably will be more this year. But it'll be exciting to find out what we can find out today anyway. We do have your charms that we'll set off to the side. I do have a disclaimer right around this point in the reading. Marty, my kitty cat, decided to show up for the reading. He showed up for reading 1, too. He's really kind of been in a mood today. Normally he goes off to the side and lets me finish my reading. In this case, he did not. It took about 20 minutes to move him, so we decided to start it over since I hadn't gotten very far. So just to let you know that. He also kept pointing out the charms, so there might be something pretty important in the charms when we get to them. We will be doing those after we look at our tarot cards here. We also have our Oracle Spheres today. That's where you can think of a yes or no question and get an answer to it. I did have a strong feeling today that it's a good idea to ask a question related to your blessings and gifts coming this year. Normally, I don't think that matters much as to what the question's about, but in this particular case, I just had a strong feeling that I needed to put that in there, so I've been saying that. We do have the Zen tarot cards today, and those are a slight different take than regular tarot, so I will probably look in the booklet for those cards that come up just to make sure I'm not missing something on an insight or something else, because I find that that's useful on cards like that that have slightly different takes on them. But I will probably also get some vibes off of them myself. All right, so let's get started today. Let's see what blessings and gifts you have coming to. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Swords. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the Ace of Swords again. We have the Magician. Okay. We have 8 Guilt. We have 8 Traveling. Okay. Got some ideas already coming with that. We have Ecclesiastic. We have number 17, the Stork. Oh, that's wonderful. And we have 19, the Tower, or the 6 of Spades. Okay, wow. Okay, I do have some things that have already come to me on some stuff, but I also want to look at these cards first to see what the booklet might have to say about it. So let me run to those just really quick here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, that goes along very much with Ecclesiastic card here, which we're going to talk about a little bit, and it also goes with the eights, which I want to talk about some too. Okay, now let's look at the other one really fast. The traveling. I actually think they kind of go together a little bit, but on what came to me anyway. But I want to see if there's anything else in the booklet real quick that. Okay, that's a little bit of what I was thinking, but I think what I'm thinking is a little bit more relevant to your particular reading. Okay, first of all, I feel like you guys work really hard. You possibly travel a lot for work. You possibly spend a lot of time at work. The eights are very much a work energy for me, and you had 2 eights here. And one of the things that I got to thinking when they came up is I feel like you guys do feel some guilt over how much time you spend at work, how much time you do at work, how much time away you are at work. That's a highly resonant thing with me. If that doesn't resonate with you with this pile, maybe this pile wasn't the right one, or maybe some of the other blessings we're going to talk about will resonate with you. So, you know, it depends on what you feel like doing, whether or not you want to continue watching this pile or not. But that was what came through very strongly for me when I saw these cards, was that you feel a sense of guilt over how much time you spend away and how much time you work. And one of the blessings coming to you this year, okay, is that things will change up in such a way at work. The Stork card also can be in relation to this as well, in that if it's in a work type of thing, so if it goes along with the work type of thing, it could mean that the company is moving in a new direction. There could be stressful business trips involved, but it could be moving in a new direction that brings improvements. And since this is about your blessings this year, I feel like whoever you work or whatever you do for work will probably change up this year in such a way that your life will improve and you will feel better about your work and the time you spend at work and the things you do at work, and you will heal from a lot of the stresses that you've been having at work. Okay, I do think that work does cause you some stress and some issues. Now, you have the Tower card, and in tarot, the Tower card usually means some big change or turnaround or something like that. But the Tower card in the Lariman deck mostly means stability, institutions, something that's been around for a while. I mean, you've got the Ecclesiastic that also means that. So in relation to your work things here, it's possible that the old guard for your work will decide to change things up, because we now have new things. We have Ace of Swords, that's new ideas, that's new innovations, that's new things coming. You have that twice, so it's really important in your reading. We also have the Stork, which when I think of the Stork, I think of the Stork as bringing new beginnings and new beautiful things, getting better outcomes and healing and things like that. So with those energies in your reading, I believe that some of the old guard ways will come into some newer, better advancements where you won't need to either spend as much time at work or need to travel away as much if that's something that you do, or you'll be able to maybe stay at home a little bit more, or do work in such a way that you feel much more fulfilled and less stressed out. Now, along with this, for some of you, you might actually give up an old job to go on to a new job with new ideas and start a whole new job. It's possible you will go into business for yourself, or, you know, do something like that. It's very highly likely that some of you will do that. And that will bring greater joy to you and so forth, because you will enjoy what you're doing a whole lot more than what you've been doing. Okay, so I really feel like one of the biggest blessings coming to you this year is in relation to your work, in that either the work that you are doing will become less stressful, more enjoyable, less guilt-ridden, and so forth, because of probably new innovations, new ideas, new ways of doing things. Or you will give up that job entirely and move on to a new job of something you've really been wanting to do, you really love, it's a new idea you've been wanting to start, it's you know, something you really want to work on, and it should bring you quite a bit of emotional stability and happiness this year, and even to the point by the end of the year where you might actually start being able to reap some more financial benefits from it as well, if you do move on and do that. Okay? So that is one of the biggest blessings and gifts coming to you this year, is a better relationship with work. You're going to be going through a healing process with yourself this year. I believe a lot of you guys are workaholics. I believe a lot of you go to work because you have to, or you feel like you need to. You know, there's a lot of that kind of tied to your work a lot of times. And you're going to feel a lot more freer when it comes to those things. You're going to start feeling more like, instead of tied or trapped in traditional notions and ideas and so forth, that you're going to be able to bring forth new ideas and better things and bring along new things that way. Okay? So that is definitely one of the blessings coming for you this year, is in relation to your work. There could be some others, like I said earlier, there could be some other things coming your way, and we will look at your charms too. Marty was putting out the charms rather intently, so there might be some things with the charms. I have not mentioned it yet, and it might depend a little bit on what the charms show, but it is also possible that some of you will actually be able to become pregnant or become parents this year. With the Stork card, that is kind of a possibility, especially with I see the Three of Swords here, and I see that some of you might have been going through some infertility issues or some problems that way, in which that will go through some sort of healing this year, and it might be possibly due to some of those obstacles moving or going along. But we'll see what the charms have to say about that too, because that energy is only for some of you watching the reading. It's not for everybody, of course. But I did feel it some, so I figured I better mention it. But if the charms show it even more, then it's even more likely that that will be the case for some of you. Okay? So why don't we move on to our charms and take a look and see what they have to say about blessings. They might have to say more about this particular blessing, or they might show us some others. So let's find out. Okay, let's see what's in here. Quite a bit. Well, give me just a sec here. Pull out our cards and our charms. Okay. Okay. Well, we got quite a few cards here. Let's go ahead and look at those first. All right. We have the Two of Wands. And we also have the Page of Wands. Then we have the 8 and the 10 of Swords. Okay. And then we also have the 9 of Cups. So you have the 9 of Cups twice as well. Okay, we had some more Swords energy. The Swords energy often deals with clarity, breaking apart notions, or cutting to the heart of the matter. Like I said, in the Three of Swords, it could be healing, recovery, things like that. The Ten of Swords also deals with that recovery and that healing process, because it's at the end of the suffering, end of the problems, end of those kinds of things happening to you, and then being able to move on to something new, especially with the Ace of Swords being here. And you do have the 10. You also have the 8 as well. The 8 usually shows some sort of freedom or release or surrender. And I really feel like you will get that kind of freedom this year, that kind of release, that release from your heartache and your pain and your guilt and that kind of thing. That is definitely, and with the 9 of Cups being in here twice, that does show how you should feel a lot better emotionally, a lot more fulfilled, a lot more stable, a lot more ready to move forward, because emotionally you're going to feel very, very good during the year. You do have the 2 of Wands, which usually shows some sort of journey or so forth. It is possible, because we did have the traveling over here, it is possible that you guys will make some sort of trip this year that will change your life for the better, in that you will either see something on the trip or notice something on the trip or have something happen to you during the trip that will give you new clarity, new focus, new ideas, new ways of doing things, possibly give you that change that we were talking about, and so forth. And in so doing, that will be the transformation that you go through. It is very possible that that will happen for quite a few of you. You do have, she believed she could, so she did, and live in the moment. Those charms are really good for your particular reading, because the strength and the power and the believing you can bring forth the things in your life that you want. The Magician card has that energy involved in it. The Magician is very much the ultimate manifester. They're the ones that can make magic appear, make things seem magical. Miracles come because of the Magician, that kind of thing. And living in the moment and believing you can do things is the mottos of the Magician, basically, okay? Because the Magician's all about, yep, we want this, here we go, and it comes. And, that's the living in the moment. You believe you can do it, so you're just going to make it happen. That's the Magician energy. And so that's very much the energy that you have going for you this year, that's going to help you bring forth these blessings that we were talking about. Okay, you did have the skull and crossbones, and what I find with that is some of the obstacles and dangers that have been in your way are going to be removed. That is going to be one of the blessings for you this year, is that a lot of the blockages and things that have kept you from doing the things that you want to do, or feeling the thing, a lot of that you've been wanting, a lot of that is going to dissipate and go away, because you do have the Sun and the Moon card, which is that balanced energy between heaven and earth. It's that balanced energy between light and dark. It's that balanced energy that's out there. And what I see with that is that healing that we were talking about. You guys definitely have some things to be healing from. And the Sun and the Moon and some of these other cards are bringing forth that healing. That's one of the blessings that you're going to feel this year. You're also going to be much more strong and confident this year. You have the Bulldog, which means you're not going to be willing to let go of an idea once you have it. You're not going to be, you're going to go for it. You have the Confident Kitty. You're going to feel the confidence that it's going to take to be able to do that. And that could be where you get the blessing from as far as your work goes, because it's possible you'll have some new ideas that you won't let go of, and that you're going to be willing to put out there. You're going to be confident about what you're doing, and so forth. So that's going to be a blessing as well. You do have the Cupid's arrow heart. What I see with that so much is, you might have a romantic relationship coming to you this year, especially if that is something that you've been trying to heal from, and getting a new partner might help you heal. That is possible for some of you, but what I see with it more than that, or as a going along for more of you anyway, is that healing of your heart. You know, you've had arrows pierce your heart, and you know, the Three of Hearts has that energy as well, and that healing energy is what's coming through this year. Okay, you do have some letters. You have N, J, O, and N. They could spell out words for you. They could be what do you call them? Abbreviations. It could be initials. However they resonate with you is usually how I like to let you guys do that. So if there's words that come to mind, or you know, other things when you see them, then that's a specific message for you with those letters. And if you want to share any of that down in the comments section, so other people can take advantage of it too, that's perfectly welcome and awesome if you could do that. Let's move on to our Oracle spheres. Now remember, in this case, I specifically think it's a good idea to ask a question about your blessings this year, your blessings and gifts. Remember, it needs to have a yes or no type of answer, so it needs to be phrased such that a yes or a no or maybe or probable or other types of answers like that could answer it for you. Okay? We do have 4 stands. We have blue, green, gold, and silver. You decide which stand you'd like to get your answer on. You ask your question, and then we get our answers. All right? So, number 1, blue, is a maybe. Whoops. Number 2, green, is a yes. Number 3, gold, is a not likely. Sorry, guys, I have a... well, guess I don't. I had something on the floor I needed to... Okay, number... my goodness. I had a lot of trouble with this reading today. Okay, number 4, silver, is a not now. Okay, so we got a maybe, a yes, not likely, and a not now. So there are your Oracle Sphere answers. Wow, thank you so much for being here for this reading. I look forward to seeing you again in future readings. Please remember to share the channel with your friends and family. We're at Crossing the Spiritual Streams on YouTube, or we do have a unique URL. It is in our description, and you can copy and paste it and share that way. However you choose to do it, we appreciate it so much. It helps us out more than you can possibly know, and we want to say thank you for that. Do check out our other videos. We put out different timeless or other longer pick-a-pile readings every week, like this one. And then we also do our daily messages from Spirit that we do every day. And we have a lot of videos on the channel worth checking out. So we look forward to seeing you again in future videos. And may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your blessings and gifts coming to you in 2022. We're going to move your charms over here to the side. We'll look at those in just a little bit. We have our tarot and oracle cards and so forth we're going to be looking at. We do have our Zen Tarot here, and we will be looking at the booklet for that for just a moment. I won't be reading out of it or anything, but I will want to look at it just to make sure that whatever energies I'm getting off the card are what was intended by the card, or if there's anything else that I might get from it, because those particular cards, the interpretation is slightly different than the regular tarot cards, but I get energies off of them as well. So I'll go by what I think first, but also there might be something in the booklet too. So I do like to look at that just in case there's something else that could be useful to you guys on that. So we'll be doing that. We also have our Oracle Spheres. That's where you can be thinking of your yes or no question that you can get an answer to. In this particular reading, I had a very strong feeling that it was a good idea for people to actually ask questions that were related to their blessings and gifts for the year. Normally, I don't really have a stipulation like that. It's whatever you want to ask a question on, and you could still do that. It's just for some reason today I really felt like it was important for questions to be asked specifically on what the reading was about. So I just wanted to let that be known for you guys. All right, let's take a look at what blessings and gifts we have coming for you this year in 2022. Oh, we got the Magician card. Boy, Magician's been wanting to show up in all the readings, which I really love. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. The High Priestess. Abundance. Beautiful. Control. Okay. Journey. Number 4, House. And number 30, Lilies. Wow. A lot of the readings today, the 3 readings, all had similar energies involved in them in a lot of ways. In that all of you, looks like this year we're all in possibility of doing a lot of healing, a lot of manifestation, and learning how to manifest, and bringing about a lot of the things that we've been looking forward to in life, or at least that's one of the things that I've been seeing here. Okay, give me just a second to find these few. And there's Marty again. Marty has showed up at every reading. I actually had to stop my last reading because he sat right in the middle and I couldn't finish it. Right, it was right when I was starting it, though, at least. I didn't get very far. And it looks like he's wanting to do the same thing for you guys' reading. So I may have to turn off the camera here in a moment and get it fixed. I guess he really wants to talk to everybody today. Hello. All right, so let me turn off the camera and see if I can coax him down here in a few minutes. I'm not sure why he wanted to show up for all the readings, but you've had your opportunity to say hi, so we'll get right back with you guys. Okay, guys, we're back. I am not sure what's gotten into him today. It's very unusual for him to do that, but all right, let's go back to your blessings that you're going to have this year. All right, first of all, one of the things that seems to be quite prevalent in all of the readings today is some sort of transformation that we are all going through, in that we are all learning how to deal with certain blockages, certain fears, problems, obstacles that have kept us from reaching happiness and abundance. Okay? And that is an energy that also shows through in your guys' reading as well. Each of the readings were slightly different in their own right, in specifically what they were dealing with, but that was basically the energy. And that is also the energy that you guys are also feeling. In your case, it has a lot to do with your home and family life. Okay? Pile 2 was a little bit more dealing with career and so forth. Pile 1 might have had to do with career or just life in general. But in your particular case, it really deals a lot with your home life, your family life, that energy. You have House, which is the number 4. You have the 4 of Pentacles, which 4 does deal with your home. And we will talk about money situations here in a few minutes as well. You have the 10 of Cups, which deals with your family and your emotional happiness and stability and so forth. So those particular cards show me that this transformation, that this new way of thinking about things is going to help you achieve more happiness in your family life. You might actually get a new home this year or move to a new home. That is something that is highly probable for you guys. It's very possible you're going to go on a journey this year, either literally or figuratively. Literally, the journey might help you get a newfound passion for things, or see things differently, or just help you decide what to do. If it's literally or figuratively, I mean, I think it's going to help you look at things from a different perspective. Because one of the things that the control card in the booklet was talking about was not gaining control, although in your case, I think it has a lot to do with your reading, is I think you will gain control over certain powers and things, which we'll talk about. But they were talking about people being under too much control, like not really deeply feeling things, not really connecting with people and with their situations and with life in general and so forth. And that actually became a negative thing because people, would say hello and how are you, but not really mean it, or not really look in somebody's eyes and really try to connect with them on a deeper level and so forth. And that was the kind of things that this was talking about. And that is something that, so in some ways, I think you will figure out how to lose control a little bit, not be really uptight and so forth, because the Four of Pentacles energy is kind of that uptight energy. And that can block a lot of manifestation in your life. That can block a lot of things. And I think you're going to be able to learn how to release some of that and be a little less in control and tightening. And by doing that, more of the universe will release itself to you. Okay, and that will be your blessing. That will be what you will get out of it. You do have the High Priestess and the Magician, and I think the Magician showed up in all three readings, honestly. I know he did in at least two. And the Magician very much speaks to being able to bring forth into your life anything that you want it to. Anything that you want to have in your life, you will be able to bring forth through the Magician. And also the High Priestess, she helps with that in that she has a high amount of intuition. She has a high amount of knowledge. In this case, she has knowledge between good and evil, so she can help direct you along the right path and send you along the right way. And by having the Magician that can manifest things, that is what you can bring forth pretty much anything you want in this life. Just by being able to look at things slightly differently than you have been. And that is a message that seems to be coming through in all of the readings today. That must just be kind of a collective energy that we're all going to get that blessing. We're going to be able to look at things anew and differently and so forth. You do have the Two of Pentacles. That shows getting greater balance, greater control. And we did talk about the control card in that you will be able to get greater control over your life and over your emotions and how things are ran and what is done. So even though we were talked about possibly losing control and being able to not be so in control over certain things, also though you will gain control of your manifestation powers, of your intuition, of your passions and energies from the Page of Wands. And by being able to do that, that's how you'll be able to manifest the things in your life that you would like to see. So not only is it one blessing coming to you, it's the blessing of being able to create more blessings, basically. Okay, and once again, like I said, that seems to be kind of the energy in all three readings, is that by being able to see things differently, do things differently, look at things differently, notice things in such a way that you hadn't before and so forth, you were able to bring forth more joy, more happiness, more abundance, more other things into your life by being able to do that. And that is very much your strength in this reading. That is very much your beauty. The abundance card in the Zen Tarot isn't quite the same as what we would think of abundance normally. In your particular reading, I did see it as abundance coming your way, or you being able to bring forth the kinds of things in life that make you happy, bring forth unicorn and rainbow type energy. So I did see that, but also to let you know what the card meant itself in the booklet was basically it went along with the control card a little bit in that not looking one way too much or not looking the other way too much. He was talking about how in the East, a lot of the religions and so forth denounced any kind of material gain or wants or other things, and how in the West they quite often revered the material gains, but not so much your inner self and so forth. And that really bringing forth both of them together was how you become a whole person and how you get everything. And that was kind of the energy we got with those. And that is basically the Two of Pentacle energy we were talking about, is being able to balance both your inner self and your outward wants, and have both of those in balance and in harmony with each other, because then that's where true life begins. That's where true abundance is at. That's where you feel the most emotionally fulfilled and so forth. And so that's very much what your reading has to say about it as well. Let's look at your charms. Let's see where we've got going with those, okay? All right, let's see if these go along with what we're talking about or if there's anything extra coming along. Well, first of all, we have the money bags. So that is definitely an abundance symbol. That is money. That is things coming forward that way. We also have the Pentacle key. So that is getting all of the riches of this life that you would like to have come to you. You can definitely bring forth to you this year. So you have some really good things coming to you in those matters, okay? So that's definitely something that we see as a huge blessing for you this year. We also have do what you love. That's really important because it's really good advice too, but that's really important in that we talked about getting new ideas, new perspectives, new control over your life, letting go a little bit, letting go of some control and doing some other stuff. And by doing those energies that we talked about, and by doing what you love, and this could be in your career, this could be in any aspect of your life that you have something that you've not been doing, but you really truly love or really like or really want to do, by being able to let go and actually let yourself do those things, that will bring greater joy, greater blessings into your life. Because if we're not doing the things that we love, or if we renounce the things that we love because we're like, well, that ain't good, it's not good to want money or things like that. We hear those kind of false statements all the time. And if we follow those, we're missing out on some of the most important things in life that can make us the happiest. Okay? So what we're looking at blessing-wise here is you're going to be able to utilize that advice, and by doing so, you will be able to create your ultimate manifestations and happinesses and things that will make you truly happy. Those kinds of things will generate themselves more into your life. You're going to be a lot more richer because of it, not just financially, but just emotionally and other ways too. So that's really beautiful. We do have the Star Kitty. That showed up in another reading. I didn't even know I had two of those. I must have been a Star Bunny in the other reading, because I was going to say I don't have two of those. And what's kind of good about that is your intuition should heighten this year. It's another blessing that should come to you. And by that happening, that should help you follow the path that we've been talking about and follow some of the things that we were talking about, is because your intuition and your knowledge of things, your Ace of Swords energy should come through this year as well. And so that should make it easier for you to do these things. We do have the Spirit Feather, which your connection with Spirit should grow some this year. Your connection, by tapping into your intuition and other things, that should get better this year as well. So that is another blessing coming your way. We do have Rudolph and the Seahorse I think of getting things, childhood blessings, childhood wishes coming your way, um, getting back some of the freedom of childhood and so forth there as well. We do have the heart swans here. We had a slight energy in the second reading of some people possibly uh, having a child come into their life that they feel very strongly about and very, uh, emotionally attached to. And this, in your reading, because of the Ten of Cups, and because of that, that is also a possibility for some of you watching this reading as well. If you felt compelled to watch both readings and got that message, then it might even doubly strike you or more, be more intent for you. Okay, so just to kind of let you know that. We do also have an M. That could be an initial, could mean a word to you. A word could come to your mind. When you think of the word M or letter M. So I'm going to let you guys deal with that however you need to. Let's move on to our oracle spheres. Let's get an answer. Now remember, I really think that's important this time to actually think of a question that deals with your gifts and blessings coming to you this year. They do need to be phrased in a yes or no type of format, so make sure that however you phrase the question that you can have an answer come about that way. We do have 4 stands. We have silver, gold, green, and blue. You decide which stand you'd like to get your answer on, and we will go forth and get our answers. Oh my, wow. That one popped and flew across the way here, but I can reach it. So hold on just a sec. All right, number 1, silver. Is it not now? All right. My goodness. Okay, number 2, gold is a yes. Number 3, green is a not sure. And a number 4, blue is also a not sure. That might mean the question wasn't very clear, or some things have to play out first before an answer can be known. Sometimes things will change the outcome, so that might mean what that means there. All right, so there's your oracle sphere answers. Guys, I really hope you had some insight in this reading, that you liked it. Please remember to give the video a thumbs up. Share the channel with your friends and family. We're at Crossing the Spiritual Streams on YouTube, or you can copy and paste our unique URL, which is in the description, and you can put it out there for your friends and family to see and check us out. We'd appreciate that more than you'll ever know. Also, if you want to check out our other videos, we do timeless tarot readings frequently. We do different pick-a-pile readings every week. Many of them are timeless. And then we also do our daily messages from Spirit. So we have lots of videos for you to already check out and more videos on their way. So we look forward to seeing you again. And may the stars guide your path. Bye-bye.